Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second closest planet to Earth. Its reddish appearance gives it its nickname, the Red Planet. Scientists find Mars fascinating due to its reddish appearance, which earned it the nickname Red Planet. It is considered a potentially habitable planet, similar to Earth, and is therefore of great interest. Humans have made numerous attempts to send spacecrafts to Mars. The Soviet Union made their first serious attempt in 1968 with the Marsnik 2 and 3 probes, but these failed. In 1976, NASA successfully launched the Viking 1 and 2 landers as the first ever spacecrafts to land on Mars. NASA is presently working on developing the Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft, which will be utilized to send astronauts to Mars in the 2030s. SpaceX is also working on developing a Starship spacecraft, which could potentially transport humans to Mars. The first human mission to Mars will be a challenging and dangerous undertaking, but it is a goal many people believe is achievable. But what if you suddenly found yourself on Mars? Would you survive? In this video, we will explore what would happen to a person in the first 10 minutes of arriving on a new planet. 1. You would find it difficult to breathe. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is about 0.6% of the atmospheric pressure on Earth. This means that the Martian atmosphere is very thin, and it does not contain enough oxygen to support human life. Humans need an atmospheric pressure of at least 0.35 atmospheres to breathe safely. In addition to the low atmospheric pressure, the Martian atmosphere is also composed of 95% carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is toxic. In the first 10 seconds of being on Mars, you could experience oxygen deprivation, lose consciousness, and ultimately, die. 2. Your body temperature would drop significantly, leading to hypothermia. Temperatures on Mars can vary greatly depending on the location and time of year. For example, temperatures at the poles can get as low as -225 degrees Fahrenheit, -143 degrees Celsius, while temperatures at the equator can get as high as 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius. But on average temperature on Mars is about -60 degrees Celsius, which is much colder than most places on Earth. On Mars, even the warmest temperatures are cold enough to cause hypothermia. Exposure to cold temperatures for a prolonged period or when the temperature drops below 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Celsius, can result in hypothermia. The atmosphere on Mars is thin, which means heat is not retained well, causing the body to lose heat quickly. 3. Death due to radiation. Mars is not protected from the Sun's harmful radiation due to its lack of a strong magnetic field and thin atmosphere. The radiation present on Mars is a combination of galactic cosmic rays, solar radiation, and secondary radiation. That arises as a result of the interaction between the primary radiation and the Martian atmosphere and surface. Galactic cosmic rays are particles with high energy that originate from outside of our solar system. Solar radiation is a mix of charged particles and electromagnetic radiation that comes from the Sun. Secondary radiation occurs when primary radiation interacts with the Martian atmosphere and surface. The level of radiation on Mars poses a significant threat to human health. The duration of a person's stay on Mars determines the amount of radiation exposure. Within the first 5 minutes of arrival, the radiation levels are lethal and could result in fatality. Extended exposure to radiation on Mars increases the likelihood of developing severe health issues such as cancer, heart disease, DNA damage, reproductive cell damage, and related health concerns. 4. Death by red dust. Mars appears red due to the presence of iron oxide, commonly known as rust, in its soil. It is common for Mars to experience sandstorms that can persist for days or even weeks. The fine red dust that covers the planet poses a significant human threat and can cause eye and respiratory irritation, blurred vision, and even death within 5 minutes. 5. Your mental health would begin to deteriorate, leading to a loss of consciousness. The harsh conditions on Mars, including extreme temperatures, low atmospheric pressure, and the absence of a breathable atmosphere, can create physical difficulties for the body. As a natural response, the body may experience heightened stress, an increase in heart rate, and changes in blood pressure, which could result in fainting or loss of consciousness.